Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow, call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love, still gonna try, I won't give up, still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Man, it's great to see you guys here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. So welcome to another weekend. And man, I'm glad we survived, or I survived. If you're here, then obviously we survived. So congratulations on that one. Let's see. So I'm starting a little late compared to our normal time frame. Obviously, we're starting an hour late, and there's two reasons for that. One, last week we started late. We were delayed because I had a meeting, and I felt like there was a good turnout of people, and so I was like, okay, well, maybe if I do an hour later, maybe that'll be easier for some people. So we'll give it a test run for this week and see how we do. And then the second part of that was I've gotten such little sleep Thursday night into Friday. Like I only got 1 hour of sleep, then I had a full work day. And I couldn't get in, couldn't head to bed a little earlier. I literally stayed in bed. Like I fell asleep right around 8:15. I did not move from that position for until early this morning, about like 6 a.m. So, I mean, that is how exhausted I was and just how much I needed to crash. Oh, man. JD Glasscock, hey, buddy, about to start writing before work, but have fun. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for at least stopping by and saying hi, man. That's always encouraging. Even if you guys can only stop by for a few seconds and say hi, like, it still means a lot. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed getting to, do these live streams and all the authors and fellow supporters who jump in and say hi. That means a lot. So good luck to you on the writing, man. I hope you have a great day. I hope you get some good words and good chapters in. So I slept in today, and I really needed it for some of the stress that's going on with work, some of the things that are happening. And I also had this instant reminder of old age, where this morning after I woke up, I was trying to stretch in bed, and I got the most intense Charlie horse cramp in my right calf that I have ever gotten. I was in such pain that I was frozen. Like I could not move or stretch out my right leg. And I was actually basically yelling and screaming in bed. And I felt so bad with how loud I was getting that I actually muffled myself with a pillow. And so as I'm laying there, like just I'm trying to bring my left heel over and trying to rub my left heel and dig it into the calf muscle to relax it. That was not working. I'm actually massaging my right calf with my hands right now as we're talking. But I finally just was like, dude, you need to get up and move. And so I forced myself up out of bed. And as I stood there, thankfully standing and putting weight on it was enough to break it out of the Charlie horse. And holy cow, like it still hurts. And so that's where I was like, all right, body, I get it. So I got up and obviously drank a glass of water because I was like, all right, well, that sucks. Let's get a little bit more hydration in us this morning. And then, of course, I've already shifted to the caffeine, which is terrible, but it is what it is. So that was the morning start to the day, and it was rough. I'm not going to lie. It was rough. So, let's go ahead and get into the writing side of things. And of course, we're going to have some cover reveals. We already did. I mean, you guys have kind of seen the covers, but I have the final version of Thievery, which I just think is incredible and amazing. I'm super excited about it. So as far as writing updates for the day, or I'm sorry, for the week, just at 108,000 for the year. So right now, January's total is 49,023. The reason why I'm not able to really give you this week's total numbers is because I honestly don't even know where I'm at with it. This week, the level of stress and pressure that I got to with my work stuff, my 9-to-5 job, I got to this point where I could not focus at night even. Like I have Brian's book here with me, right? I have Scavengers, which one of the things I like is I have this version of Silvers, which is actually a matte cover. And then I have Scavengers, which is a gloss cover. So I think that's kind of cool that as one of the few people that got the difference. Because if I remember correctly, I believe Brian said that both should be in gloss. But anyways, I had so much pressure and so much stress going on that at night I could not even read Brian's book. I tried to read 2 pages and I had to go over them 4 times each, and I still had no idea what was going on. That was how much like my brain was just, dude, we can't focus. And so it was really rough. So this week, in the morning writing, I at least got some words in. My word count is getting shorter and shorter each day. Last 2 weeks ago, I would try to write at night. And then like Monday and Tuesday of this past week, I would write in the evening as well to catch up for some word counts because I took Thursday off of writing. I took Friday off of writing. So I took 1 day off. So that's where I know I at least hit the words on Monday to cover for Friday's absence. But in between there, I don't even know. Like that's how bad it was. So why do I bring that up? I bring it up because I'm still grateful for the routine, because Monday through Thursday, I still got up and I still plugged away at the word count as best as I could. still got some progression in the story. And one of the other things that I liked was, I know we talked about it last week, where, what Matt Denneman told me as far as like, break your system, take it from a different route. And thankfully, that is some of the advice that has carried me through to get to this next point. So that's where the weekend stats are at, the weekend numbers. Additionally, as far as month and as far as year, I've decided to take next week off of writing because I'll be going to a conference Monday through Thursday for work, and we're going to have to shift to 10-hour days instead of 8-hour days. So with that being said, I'm now looking at the numbers, and it's one of those things of 108,000 words. Well, in reality, that is more than this book right here. In fact, that is more than this book right here. And so I'm like, dude, don't beat yourself up, because that, like, I've still written a book worth. Within 2.5 months, maintaining this routine has gotten me a full-fledged book. It's just the fact that this story is larger than what the average book is, right? And granted, we're seeing a lot more authors who are writing much heavier and larger books with these extremely complex characters and storylines and plots and whatever. But at the end of the day, this is still considered the average book size. This is still considered like the standard for the genre. So when I look at those numbers of 108,000, it's like, dude, you still accomplished writing a book within 3 months. As far as the lengthwise, your story is just a little bit longer than what the average is. So that is where I look at it. And when I was full-time writing over the past 3 months, it was roughly every 6 weeks that I would take a break for myself. I was basically writing a book per every 6 weeks. And then I would get to that point of like, dude, you need to rest. You need to relax. Your brain is fried. And so now as I, start to look at these things and take it into all perspective, it's like, dude, you just wrote about 10 weeks worth without a break. So you've already written more at greater length than what you were. And that's where I was like, you know what? It's okay to take a week off. It's okay to step away from the manuscript. In reality, we've already set the publication date for November for this book, book 3. So there is nothing wrong with stepping away from the material right now. At the end of the day, what is best for me as a writer. And if the story is delayed a little bit, then it's delayed. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, that is where I'm looking forward to having a week off of writing, but it's also because of the stress and pressure from this job that I'm like, you know what? Let's just try to survive next week, and then we'll see from there where we go. So that is that. Oh, Mr. Tim O'Burnham. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by the channel. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. Hail TJ, Lil Panda, Aiden, and Wolfie. It is great to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. It's very encouraging to see you guys stop in and say hello. Hail TJ, relax. I know, man. I know. I think you guys are really jumping in right now after I kind of talked about it. But yeah, dude, I got to this point this week where I could not, at night after work, I could not even read Brian's story. I had so much pressure and stress going on that I was like, dude, this is messed up. This is messed up. So it's definitely something this weekend where I am at this point of like, you know what, maybe this isn't the right fit for me, and maybe I need to look elsewhere. I don't know. One thing I will say for those of you who care or are of this, there we go. That's what I need to do. Man, I didn't even thank my Patreon members. That is how exhausted I am. I didn't even realize. So let's take a quick moment and say thank you to the Diamond Breed community. As you guys may have seen, we already have Little Panda Aiden and Warrior Brandon Bernard in the chat. So yeah, those people are listed up above. So Warrior Brandon, Fighters, Maxwell Foster Q, our Soldiers Boslow, Little Panda Aiden, and of course our Defenders, LG, Jodan, and Aoife. Thanks so much, you guys. Thank you so much. And for your comments this week in the Patreon. I definitely love our interaction there. I definitely love, the fact of you guys are literally supporting me in this endeavor. So I want to make sure you guys have a say in some of these things. And so, man, thanks so much for your guys' support. It means a lot. It keeps me going some days. I'm not going to lie. Shout out for how great you are. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So anyways, what I was about to say was, man, for those of you who may remember, I'm going through the VA process right now, trying to get my disability stuff taken care of after my military service. And I am now actively praying, like on an every other day basis or whatever, like, God, please allow me to have a good rating for all the stuff I've gone through, because it's one of those things of like, you know what, if I have a high enough rating and all I need to live life is like a part-time job so I can write the other part-time job, then that is what's more important to me. Because right now, with the way that the last 2 weeks have gone at my job, there's no way that I would want to do this long term. And, that was when I was having my job before I started streaming and I was in Arizona. I had my job where I was an account manager for a janitorial cleaning company and building services company. And I only was there for 2 months. And the amount of pressure and stress that they put on me. And then when I found the blatant lies and deceit and backstabbing that the leadership was doing, like the senior leaders of the company, I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I walked away, did not regret that decision. And so now I'm at this point where, I've had conversations with the boss where he's like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And this is this. And I'm like, dude, we are in month number 1. Why are you asking me about a 5-year vision plan with this organization? Like, I'm sorry. This is a conversation that maybe we should have at 6 months or a year, not in the first month. I know I may be very young or novice or green in leading people, but like, for me to come to a young airman and say, what's your 5-year plan? It's like, dude, what do you want to accomplish in the next couple months? Like, let's just talk about short term and we can help mentor you into the next couple of years. And I didn't really have a good answer for him because I was like, dude, here's the thing. And I told someone else later on, I was like, it's not where do I see myself within 5 years of the company. To me, I look at it like, what would I like to have the abilities to do in 5 years? Well, I would like the ability to provide for my family. I would like the ability to live in a house where it's comforting and it's warm and loving. I would love the ability to have enough disposable income that I could actually put money away into savings and retirement. I would love the ability to have vacation time to go spend special events with friends. So that's where, and the reason I phrase it like that is, if a company came to you and said, hey, we have this job, are you interested? Well, what's the job? Well, we're going to beat the living shit out of you for 5 days a week, but we're going to pay you $300,000. You're like, ooh, well, okay. After taxes and after the amount of money I'm going to need for turmeric and ice packs and stuff to recover from that job, maybe the compensation is worth that pressure. But if you're paying me this much for this much pressure, is that really worth it? Because you can't put a price tag on peace of mind, right? And so that's where I'm just like, you know what? We are literally going to take this 1 week at a time and see where it goes from there. I see myself in a pond floating carelessly under the sun, my feathers folding over one another in the summer breeze. Duck squad for the fucking win, man. Hell yeah. Ryan Maxwell, what is up, TJ? Richie Stevens, my man. Dude, thanks to you guys for coming in, hanging out. I started an hour later. I don't think you guys were here for the first couple of minutes because I didn't get any sleep at all Thursday into Friday. So by the time Friday night came, I was so exhausted. And it seemed like we had a pretty good turnout last week when we did a later start at 9:30 because of the meeting I had that day. And so that's where I was like, you know what? It's okay to just sleep in and relax and take an extra hour to lay here. And then you guys missed out. I told this story about this insane Charlie horse that I got this morning in my right calf muscle. When I started the stream, I was actually still massaging my calf. I was basically screaming out in pain so loud that I pulled a pillow over my mouth because I didn't want to disrupt my neighbors. But oh my God, I lay there just screaming in pain. It would not ease itself. So I had to like force myself out of bed and like stand upward. And that shifting of the standing up was enough to force the Charlie horse out. And oh my God, it was fucking rough, you guys. It was rough. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thanks for coming over and hanging out. Best part of the weekend. Dude. What's up, Angel Ramon? Dude, you guys, I love it when you start blowing up the chat. I have to work at midnight tonight, so I'll be dipping soon. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, man. Dan Moose, want to come back to a missile wing? We need contractors. Dude, you know what? Send me the DM details, man. Like, legit, send me the details on what exactly you need, the pay rate, because that might actually be worth it. Good to know the time. I'm trying to schedule my lifetime around this just so I can be here. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. If it's easy, you know what, chat? Here's the thing. You guys know that I love you guys. I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. So with that being said, if 9:30 start time is easier for you guys, just put it in the chat. Let me know. We've got 8 people watching, I think, or so. So let me know. Do you prefer 8:30 or 9:30? We can adjust because this time with you guys does mean a huge amount to me. And I love the community we're building here, the encouragement, the support that we have towards one another. So, let me know. I'm happy to help out and adjust some things for you guys. Whoops. Oof, calf cramps are bad. Dude, it was rough, Timo. Like, I've had some cramps before. In Charlie horses, this was the second worst one I've ever had. And oh my God. Yeah. All grit. Hell yeah, dude. Detroit Lions, baby. Dude, I made sure to wear my hat today just because of that, man. I don't care about necessarily, biting people's kneecaps, but fuck it. I'm excited. You ready for next Sunday? Yes. So everyone, for those of you who don't know, Richie Stevens and I, we're going to be doing, he's going to be interviewing me in regards to Call Sign Bloodbath, the Road to Royal podcast, his new starting process for the year. So yeah, I'm excited for this interview, man. Hopefully we'll get to talk a lot about the books and what you guys can expect and even the lessons learned, because the journey of writing, Call Sign Bloodbath and then Enmity and then dumping into Slaughterhouse, it's been a very vast difference of, what I adjusted in my writing style and writing approach. So it should be a good time. Nick Boslow from over in the UK. What is up, my brother? So great to see you, dude. Thanks for checking in on me. I'll talk to the PIO, see what we have for Sentinel. Okay, cool. I will just Sentinel. I feel like if I Sentinel DOD program. Northrop Grumman. Yeah. Dude, I think I know exactly what the missile system is, because this was something that basically they pieced together from old technology and just tried to sell it off as new technology. And of course, the government bought it. Why? Military industrial complex. But dude, at this point, like, we'll see, man. I would happily look at all offers to see what's best for the family and my living situation for sure. It's going to be a good time. Hell yeah, dude. It's always a good time hanging out with you. Can't wait for the stats on stats with you and Richie. Dude, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. Duck on duck action. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Okay, so So since we had the chat really in and people hanging out, I'm taking next week off of writing. And I talked about it early on when I don't think much people are watching. So if this is a second go around for you guys, I'm sorry. But, I'm looking at the numbers. I'm at 108,000 words for this year. And when I was writing full time, I would write for 6 weeks straight. And then I normally would take 2 weeks off and just relax and let my brain, decompress. And now I wrote for 10 weeks straight and I have not taken a break from writing. And when I look at it, 108,000 words, that is literally more than these 2 books right here, right? Dying Breeds. And it's one of those things of like, dude, you wrote a full book. The only difference, as far as size goes, the only difference is the story is a little bit longer than what the average book is. So I'm not done writing it. And that's where I'm like, you know what? The other reason is we're going to be at a conference. My job and we're going to be at a conference next week. So we're shifting to 10-hour days instead of 8-hour days. And I'm at this point of like, you know what? It's not bad to take a week. I think I need a week. That pressure of not even when I can't even read a buddy's story at night and focus on the pages and what he's telling me of the story, then the pressure's on. And you know what? I was like, all right, we're just going to take a week. And that's literally, so I may write this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I really need to clean the house, just get it organized again. But with that being said, we will probably close out January at just under 50,000 words, or maybe just over. So December was 43,000 words. January was 49,000 words. That's a good number. That's consistency over and over again. And that is something that, we talk about with the routine. So duck on duck action. Joel will be there too. Well, I hope so. Take some time, buddy. You've earned it. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Duck on Joel action. Ooh, that is interesting. We love Joel too, just maybe Richie a bit more. Totally kidding. Well, maybe we'd love Joel more if he was into like hand pictures or elbow pictures or something weird and creepy like that. I planned out this year's goals in terms of words, not in terms of stories finished. Yeah, I mean, that's where, like, when I started writing Slaughterhouse, I thought it was going to be a massive book, like 150,000, maybe even more than that. And now as I'm getting into the story, I'm at this point where I'm like, you know what? I just want it to be done. I want to move on with it. And it may not. And originally, if you guys remember, it was going to be a 4-book series. There's going to be Rampage and then Slaughterhouse, or vice versa. Well, now it's literally just Slaughterhouse. I put both ideas together. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know about the flow or the pacing. I'm just going as I go and seeing how it works out. And so it's one of those things of like, you know what? This is just the story it is. And that's all it's going to be. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for General Motors, Project General Motors. I think you guys are going to fucking love it. Like, I think it's going to blow your socks off in all reality. So that's where even if I'm not writing, like last week, whoopsies, I was still taking my notes with me when I went to watch the Lions game. And in between commercial breaks or whatever, I'm writing out like pieces of information as far as like certain elements, as you guys know with the Lit RPG, like you got details and stats. And so I was like writing out all of these different things to make it as immersive as possible and to make it as cool as possible for all of you guys. So yeah, we'll see. That's an amazing number. I probably only have a little over 30,000 words so far for January. At first I thought you said so far. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, 32. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? Like, hey, like November. I thought November was going to be a full month of writing, and it was only 15,000 words. Yeah, you could look at that as depressing, or you could look at it like, dude, that's still a lot more than nothing, right? World building is my favorite part of writing. Yeah, it's fun. I think I've come to find it more exciting when the author can immerse me into the world more and more. Like, what is making this world unique? What is making this world different? What is making this world tick and operate, and the system within it? Like, I really enjoy that part now that I think about it, because it really has to push someone to come up with all those details. So, and Steven is in full agreement with you there. Sometimes too much. Yeah, right. I know. Okay, so that's the writing update for this week. Now, something cool did come in the mail. You guys ready for this? Bam! We've got the proof copy for the Dying Breed Enslavement, book fucking 3, you guys. So, and you know, there's a little excerpt in the very beginning of the book as far as, you know, the artwork and stuff. But for those of you who like maps or battle scenes, there's some in-depth stuff here for you guys to enjoy, because that was at least one of the things I could do. So I'm excited. So for book 4, there is a huge immersionary level that's going to take place as far as what you guys just saw for the sneak peek. Book 4 is going to have a lot more of that because of how in-depth it is. So yeah, so it's, you know, this is such an incredible cover. This cover is so much better than I thought it was going to be, and the way it looks printed in your hands. And I just love the color scheme that we chose. And I say we because, you know, the Dying Breed community, the Patreon members, you guys got to vote on this stuff. And so, I mean, when you kind of take a look at it, whoopsies. Let's see, how can I do this for you guys? Ugh. This is definitely taking way more effort to do that. Boom, there we go. Actually, it's backwards for you guys, huh? The camera. So let's rearrange it. Let's see how it looks this time. There we go. God, man, it just looks so cool. They came out so amazing. And that's where, you know, when I get to look at it, as far as, oops, which way would I normally go? I'd probably normally go this way. You know, when you see all of your hard work pay off to this point, I'm just blown away, you know? And even the little details I had with wanting the chapter markers, just that little bit different, something that stands out on the page. Like, it's so cool. Yeah. So that's where, for book 4, this little chapter header is going to be more than likely blue and gold. Just a little spoiler alert for you guys, or at least that's what I thought or think. So, of course, Patreon members, you guys definitely are going to have a say in this, because I want you guys to really be a part of this as well. So it's here. And the other cool thing too is, what is it, 327? Nope, 319. So the back of the book right there, you have the Dying Breed Thievery, that short story, which is in the back of the book as well. And of course, the different chapter headers for Golgoth's own story as well. So yeah, you guys, that was really cool. That was really fun to get in the mail. So, you guys want to see another cover? So okay, so obviously, you guys, this is, for those of you who have not seen it yet, I figured I might as well put it, the book that we just showed on screen, The Dying Breed Enslavement. So here is the full cover, all the way blown out. And I absolutely love it. The more I look at it, the more I'm happy with it. And I'm so glad that we went with this one. So that is that. And then we showcased the Dying Breed Thievery last week, and you guys had some feedback. We were all in agreement. So without any further ado, here's the finalized version of Thievery. And so that is exactly what you guys are going to get. And I know we said, like, hey, we want more purple. Well, guess what? I think Svetlana nailed it with the epic purple. and that orange contrast, like it came out perfect in my opinion. But definitely let me know what you guys think. I just love it so much. And the other cool thing too, I gotta take this hat off. Whew. I am actually sweating up a storm because I did not expect. I threw the sweatshirt on, and it's actually not as cold as I anticipated, so I'm sweating my ass off right now. We've reached the peak. It doesn't get any better on the internet than seeing those books together. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I can't wait to read and share what I enjoy about it, dude. So hard to be patient sometimes. Dude, I am so excited. Like, I know Ryan has already read it, but Brandon, like, you being the super fan that you are, the warrior you are, I cannot wait to just hear your reactions in what is in store for you. Like, this book was obviously, you know, the more you get into the story and the better you get at writing, the more excited you get, the more immersive I think you get with yeah. So, I mean, it's just, this one was by far, I think, some of my best writing within the Dying Breed. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that, man. Right? That color for Thievery is stunning. Dude, I cannot just, I could look at this thing for hours. That's how much I love this cover. It's so incredible. Like, she's got these elements. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like, you've got these elements of like smoke waves coming up and in, right? You've got this kind of magical orb with dots. And then besides the magical orb, you've got these inlays of electrical energy looking, and then the purple, just the balance of it all. Oh, it's so incredible. I love it. I just absolutely love this cover. I'm wearing the Dying Breed Red Skull shirt today. Dude, thanks, man. Drebin for the win, you guys, right? Drebin is badass. He is. So, okay, so that's the cover. So, right now, Vanessa is finishing up the EPUB files for Kindle. So, once she is done with the EPUB files, we will then get those uploaded to Amazon. The books will be ready to go, and they are set for a release date of February 14th. So, Stephen, I may reach out to you to ask for your help on seeing, like, how do I set up pre-sales? Because I know I have it pre-selected for publishing on February 14th, Valentine's Day, because what better day to buy The Dying Breed than on Romance Day? But yeah, just making sure, like, seeing how I set up pre-sales for that stuff, or how I can do, if I do like discounted rates for readers, like doing a promo of free for book one and then 99 cents for book two or something like that. So yeah, definitely would might reach out to you here soon. But that is that, you guys. That is Thievery. Okay, let's go into, here's the two. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So let's go into, here's two videos I found this week, and they really resonated with home. So I'll share them with you guys.
Where you put in so much time, so much skill, so much work, you're like, I'm ready for this door to open now. But it's still another 3 years. And if you're him, that means you can wait those 3 years. This Jordan quote I've been obsessing over, he said, you're afraid of what I could become. I'm afraid of what I won't become. I have something that is more important than courage. I have patience. I will become what I know I am. And that's the X factor. Where you put in so much time, so much skill, so much work, you're like, I'm ready for this door to open now. But it's still another 3 years. And if you're him, that means you can wait those 3 years. This Jordan quote I've been obsessing over, he said, you're afraid of what I could become. I'm afraid of what I won't become. I have something that is more important than courage. I have patience. I will become what I know I am. And that's the X factor. Where you.
So I found that, and I really love that to start out. And I found this video here.
When you build your confidence on talent, you become arrogant. Confidence is actually built on discipline, not on talent. When you actually build your confidence on your discipline, on your preparation, on your character, it becomes unshakable. When you build your confidence on talent, you become arrogant. Confidence is actually built on discipline, not on talent. When you actually build your confidence on your discipline, on your preparation, on your character, it becomes unshakable. When you build your confidence,
That's really poignant. I'm afraid of what I won't become. That rings true. Too true. Yeah, right? And that's where, can you be patient enough while building your confidence through action? It's crazy to think. I did not even look at this number until just now. I'm looking at the total word count for my career, and it's right at 791,000 words, at 800,000 words. And it's like, dude, that's 2 years of growth and building, 791,000 XP points, as we like to say sometimes. 2 years of building, and I'm like, dude, I'm still not there. And so I'm still growing in confidence through growing in action. Still growing in patience as I try to continue to build my skills in writing. And I know we've talked about it before on the channel, but it's one of those things of you don't know when your day is going to come. Therefore, don't stop believing in it. Don't stop pursuing it. Right? So I love that. Makes me think when you learn your strengths, you can lean into them more, but never stop work to cultivate everything else. When you learn your strengths, you can lean into them more, but never stop work to cultivate everything else. 100%, dude. 100%. I think that's where, when you're able to reflect and see, like, what are your skills? Here's my strengths. Here's what I know I'm really good at. What are my weaknesses within my writing skills or within my story? And where can I go to get help to develop them better? And I think that's one of the things that really helps you achieve all of that. What can I do different? What can I get better at to make the story better? I think also we have in this genre of lit RPG or current trends, this amount of pressure and stress to publish your work faster and faster, to get it out there to the readers because they want to digest the story as quickly as possible. And, to a certain point, that's kind of why I pushed out the Bloodbath series, was, it doesn't really matter to a certain point. I don't have to release book 1 right now. I don't have to release book 2 right now. I don't even have to release book 3 right now. I can literally get them done now, which I'm trying, and then I can just wait. And I can just sit on them, and then I can rapid release them like I want to and see how that goes, and get it all done and out there. And who knows? Maybe I get the books back and they're all done by April, and I decide, you know what? Screw it. Let's go June, July, August instead of September, October, November. Does it really matter at the end of the day? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll for those in the Patreon, the Dying Breed community, we'll have a chat. We'll talk. You guys will get a vote. You guys will get a say. The tier system also, the way it's set up is, those like Warrior Brandon and Fighters Maxwell, Foster, and Q, their say is a far greater weight of determination than the other lower tiers. But at the end of the day, all the people still get to have a say of what they want to see done. Because that's why I'm here, is you guys are supporting me. So this, here's one thing that I really like about enslavement. Hold on, let me get to it. I gotta realize where's the end of it. Oops, there we go. So it's this, oops, nope, it's this page right here. And the top reads, My Patreon members, Warrior Bernard, Fighters Foster, Maxwell Q, Defender LG. Special thank you to my Patreon followers / members. I am so grateful for all of you. The fact that you give to me monthly and directly help support me in my endeavors means so much. And I am extremely grateful and want to make sure you are all recognized. You all have directly helped fund this book being brought to life. Thank you. So at the time that this book was going through the process, those were the people, those were the Patreon members. And we've grown so much since then. And so that's where the Bloodbath series is going to have special recognition to all of you guys, because you guys helped all of this. So Ryan Maxwell, you still here? I am, you sexy son of a bitch. What's up, my dude? How you been? Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for coming in, man. So yeah, you did most of the work. Well, I may have done the work, but you guys helped brought it to life. Like, your guys' support is what kept me going, kept me wanting to get the books done, kept me pushing to achieve this in all reality, right? And so that's where, that's where there's going to be this vote once Bloodbath is done, that the Patreon members get to choose of, do you want this or do you want that? What would you like? And as you guys could see, my Patreon guys, I asked you a question last week of, do you guys like having the chapter file, or do you want me just to post the text? Which is easier for you? And that's where I want to make it easier for you guys. But that's where you guys get credit. You guys get recognized because, no matter who else reads it in the world, if they hate it or love it, you guys were the ones at the very beginning to say, this is important enough for me to give to you, to help support you, bring it to life. And so I want you guys to see, or to be recognized of saying, like, this would not be possible if it wasn't for the Dying Breed community. So, and that's where Nick Boslow, he just started his Patreon community. So that's where I'm going to go join that. That's another part of what I love about the Dying Breed community is I take some of those funds and I am paying into other indie author Patreon members to help support them. So the Dying Breed community is not just supporting me, it's also supporting some of these other people. And as we hopefully grow as a community, I want to keep doing that, because it's like, this is something that you guys are all affecting too. So just full disclosure on that, I use those funds to help support other authors as well, because I think that's important. Just doing life, brother. Doing well. How about you? I'm late, but I'm here. Kaylin Wilkinson. It's great to see you, my man. Thanks for stopping by. Club Kaiju is directly inspiring stuff happening in Werewolf Wednesdays now. Just ask Panda. Ryan Maxwell, you ever hear anything about these grimdark authors? Sounds sketchy and absurd. Like, who would sink so low to write stuff like that? TJ reads, thanks me. I'm not crying, you're crying. Paul, I only heard you have to be bald to write it, so I'm not allowed in the club. That's funny. JD Glasscock, he's not bald. Kaylin Wilkinson, he's not bald, but I would definitely call him grimdark authors. So, yeah. So yeah, you guys, those are the books. Ducks, ducks, ducks. Woo, dude, we got a great season coming up this year. So how about them Lions, huh? Yo, you fucking Cowboy fans? Yeah, suck it. The Lions are here now, my man. We're going to fucking crush it. We are going up against San Francisco. And you know what? I can put the hat on. I can suffer. There we go. I am one since I was 3 years old who have been a Lions fan. I never put my hope in the team because I was like, yep, we're Lions. We're probably going to lose this game. But this season right now, I've got this internal drive. I had this belief going into the game with the 49ers after watching them last week, after watching them the last 4 weeks, seeing how they're performing. I think the Lions are going to take the 49ers. I think they are. Got to go later, Ryan Maxwell and only Ryan. I heard the Cowboys would have done better if they'd let the cheerleaders on the field in pads. I don't know about that one. Yes, you need to send him that chapter. It's not fear. He doesn't know. Wait. Am I missing out on something? What chapter are you talking about, Brandon? I'm really confused now. And man, I'm also very curious. I'm very curious. So yeah, I think the Lions are so motivated. They're so determined, and they have such a chip on their shoulder that they're going to come in to San Francisco and leave with a win. I think the Lions are going to go to the Super Bowl. And I think it's going to be the Ravens. However, I would not be surprised if the Chiefs can knock off the Ravens. Why? Because I think the Chiefs have got the mental edge over the Ravens where they've been there before. They're way better at comebacks right now as a team, right? As like the solidity of the team. The Ravens are impressive. Like, I haven't really watched them much this year, but I'm just really curious. That X factor, right? So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for Sunday, you guys. I'm excited. We'll see. In Steven's Patreon, he wrote a chapter with some crazy inspiration. I can't say more. Only Steven can let you know. Is that the one with all the ducks in it? I'm pretty sure, like, because the Dying Breed community is supporting Steven. So I saw he posted something, and he posts a lot, and I normally don't have a lot of time to go through everyone. Like, we're supporting right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different authors at this moment, I believe. And I mean, as you guys know from when I talk about it, I mean, I couldn't even read Brian's book this week because I was so much stress and pressure. I do not have time to read everyone's Patreon stuff, but I saw Steven's notification came into my email, and I was like, okay. And I started scrolling, and all I saw was a lot of duck pictures. Oh yeah, they are really so much better at the sports ball than the other animals. Whatever, Ryan. The path. You know what? Let's just go look at this. This is its own standalone story, Steven. Holy shit, notifications all over my goddamn place. Jesus, Ryan, are you posting enough chapters? That's crazy, dude. Like, you were the first one that popped in of like, bam. So, nice. The Path. It is the one I saw. Yeah. Let's see here. Dude, this is a lot of words. So many ways. This chapter, awesome. I loved it. I won't reveal a thing, but this is some gold bar, epic level greatness. No, it's connected, but you can skim it. Okay. There's a lot here. Little deja vu. So the dungeon. Oh, God, I can't even pronounce that word. What the fuck is this bullshit? Ray said as Senna started to move through the rubber duckies. Oh, the fucking whore. On the bright side, do you smell that? It's lavender scent. Senna grinned, smelling the cool air. Ray sniffed the air that ran his hand through his scraggy gray hair. For a moment, he remembered a time it wasn't so gray. Somehow it seemed more of his wolf was bleeding into his human form. Kind of. Maybe? Ray's answered. Just remember, don't drink the water. It might be toxic. Plus, we don't know what's been in it. Ducks. Rubber ducks have been in it. Right? Let's just hope that lavender isn't coming up the smell of some flesh-eating bacteria. Oh, isn't covering up the smell of flesh-eating bacteria. TJ is my new narrator. This is a lot of words. Us. Yeah, it's almost like it's a book or something. Fuck you, Ryan. Let's see here. Where was I at? Right? Let's just hope this lavender isn't covering up the smell of some flesh-eating bacteria. As they followed the path of ducks, they came into an opening. Walking through revealed a massive rubber ducky, 20 meters tall, center of a large pool. Dozens of other rooms led out into the pool from where they were. Behind the massive duck was a large slide covered in running water and a fake castle embedded on the wall. Along the sides of the walls were dozens of waterfalls that seemed to disappear, creating a soft mist around the room. The whole place looked like some underground water park, minus the giant rubber duck waiting in the center, which just looked creepy. Look, a sign, Senna pointed, and it says no diving. Ray's laughed. He was just glad he didn't have to get his fur wet. Looks like we need to climb up. Ray's noticed a small ladder that ran beside the waterfall. Its blue color matched the paint on the walls so well, it almost blended in. Nearly invisible. Ray's wondered if maybe it was his wolf that noticed it and not his human. Senna have a nod. Up could lead to one of those holes in the surface. Senna smiled, feeling hopeful. TJ, can you do an English accent? I would fuck it up, dude. I do terrible at accents because I start to just blend them all together like, oh, I think this is like some kind of water storage chamber. Water might be coming in from some lake or reservoir above us, filtering through the ship like a kidney. And the rubber duckies? Senna asked. So like, I'm like, dude, I'm just like throwing a pirate with like a British dude who might be from Australia. And he's like got an Irish girlfriend and he likes to joke at her. Like that's the voice, like, I don't know. Or do it in an accent. Born in England, grew up in Australia. Yeah, right. Southern accent. Let's see here. Ray's turned to look at her. He had no idea what to say. He was so exhausted, and yet, he was exhausted and wet. And far as he knew, the ducks were some hallucination brought on by Senna's wasteland cuisine. Oh, just ignore them. The ducks aren't important. They're yellow and they float. I'm kind of confused on who's saying what now. And most are wearing sunglasses. Don't forget the sunglasses. That one is also huge. No way it was brought in here. You just don't touch anything, Ray suggested. Oh, just don't touch anything, Ray suggested, staring at the giant duck waddling as the current ran below it. He stood at the edge of the tunnel, staring down into the pool below. There was no bottom. It seemed to just go on forever. If the penguin jumps out, I'll swear to the gods I'm setting it on fire, Senna snarled. As Senna and Ray's continued their journey through the peculiar water park inside the starship, the giant rubber ducky, inexplicably animated by the current, began to turn and follow their path. Its colossal yellow form floated with an odd grace, navigating the pool in tandem with the explorers. The sight of the giant rubber ducky moving in their wake added an extra layer of surrealism to their already bizarre surroundings. Its enormous sunglasses seemed to fixate on them, creating an eerie sensation, as if the inflatable creature was not just a passive decoration, but an active participant in their journey. Senna cast a bemused glance at Reyes. Well, that's not something you see every day. I need to make this bigger. Reyes still unsure if the rubber ducky's movement was a result of some hidden mechanism or a quirk of the starship's design, replied, Well, I guess it's our aquatic companion for now. Just try not to make eye contact with it. DM, what do you do? Me, I mount the duck. Full mount, baby. Let's go. All right, how are these accents going so far? And of course, like Steven, I didn't even ask for your permission to read your story live. I just fucking went for it. So, oh my God, mouth it hard and deep. Fucking Kaylin, I would not. You would be the person to make that type of a statement. These are great. The Southern needs to be deeper. Fuck you, Kaylin. You do a Southern accent. Shit, I'm just winging it here. Got it. No eye contact. Duck orgy. Senna said, walking by another dozen rubber duckies. As they progressed, the rubber ducky kept pace, its presence adding an unexpected layer of whimsy to the otherwise desolate environment. The pool stretched out endlessly, the waterfalls cascading into the abyss, creating a surreal backdrop to their journey. With a giant rubber ducky faithfully trailing behind, Senna and Reyes pressed on, navigating through the maze of tunnels and chambers in the starship's enigmatic water park. The current carried them forward as they moved along the edge, accompanied by the gentle waddling of the oversized inflatable companion. As Senna and Reyes continued through the aquatic labyrinth, the atmosphere shifted. The once playful ambience turned eerie, and the giant rubber ducky, which had been their peculiar companion, began to exude an unsettling presence. The Southern needs to be deeper. My Southern accent is the best. Duck mount apparently was successful. I can do a decent Irish one too. Nice. Oh my God, where are we at? Without warning, the water in the pool darkened, as if a shadow had enveloped it. The rubber ducky sunglasses seemed to dim, casting an ominous shade over its inflatable form. The pool, once transparent and inviting, now concealed depths that stirred with an unsettling energy. Senna felt a chill down her spine. Reyes, do you sense that? Something doesn't feel right. The whole time I'm hearing this chapter, it sounds like equals a couple kids get stuck in the tunnel of love ride and are trying to describe it the best they can. Reyes, his wolf instincts on high alert, nodded in agreement. No way am I going to go out like this, killed by rubber ducks, he thought. The rubber ducky, now an ominous silhouette, continued to follow them, its once playful demeanor replaced by an unsettling stillness. Duck love equals baby. As they approached a junction in the path, the rubber ducky abruptly stopped moving. Its sunglasses gleamed with an overworldly glow, and the pool water seemed to ripple with an unseen force. Suddenly, a dark figure emerged from the depths beneath the giant inflatable. A wet, overgrown rat, slender, around 5 feet tall in some damaged armor and black coat, crawled up the side of the rubber ducky. A distorted voice echoed through the chamber, sending shivers down their spines.
You have trespassed into the realm of the Mimic Lord. The Rubber Guardians have watched, and now they judge.
The rubber ducky's silhouette elongated, contorting into a grotesque form that defied its inflatable nature. It's transformed into a nightmarish entity, tendrils extending from its once charming frame. Senna and Reyes exchanged a glance, realizing that they had unwittingly disturbed something far more sinister than a quirky water park. The Mimic Lord had taken notice, and the giant rubber ducky revealed its true malevolent nature with teeth. Threat level Quacken. Senna and Reyes braced themselves for an unforeseen confrontation with the rat and its rubber guardian turned enforcer. The water, once a source of mystery, now harbored an ominous secret that threatened to engulf them in its dark embrace froze over. Cold, Reyes growled. Now might be a good time to wolf out, Senna shouted. Reyes tried, but couldn't. What's wrong? Performance problems? Not enough mana, Reyes growled. Perfect. What kind of tendrils are we talking? Galen Wilkinson, long and thick. Yep. Long and thick. Just the way Stephen likes them. Okay, we're not enough mana, Reyes growled. Senna grunted, turned her Kai rifle towards the rat and fired. The burst of energy from Senna's Kai rifle cut through the frigid air, aiming at the wet, overgrown rat that had crawled up the side of the rubber ducky. The distorted voice of the Mimic Lord intensified, echoing its displeasure through the ominous chamber. As the energy burst struck the rat, it convulsed, emitting an eerie screech that reverberated through the water-filled expanse. The rubber ducky, now fully transformed into a nightmarish entity, responded to the disturbance. Its tendrils lashed out, creating a protective barrier that absorbed the kinetic force of the energy burst. Fuck! Senna screeched, dodging a tendril as it came down and smashed the ledge she was on. The once playful water park had turned into a battleground, the echoing screeches mingling with the distorted voice of the Mimic Lord. The temperature dropped further, and the water surrounding them began to freeze, creating an icy barrier between Senna, Reyes, and the malevolent duckies. Senna, adapting quickly to the changing situation, fired another burst from her Kai rifle, this time aiming at the tendrils of the rubber ducky. The energy sizzled through the air, clashing with the nightmarish entity's defensive barrier. The chamber resonated with the chaotic dance of energy and dark tendrils as Senna mostly fought to fend off the enigmatic threats. Dude, I really like that sentence. The chaotic dance of energy and dark tendrils. Very nicely said. Senna, adapting quickly to the changing situation, fired another burst from her Kai rifle. This time aiming at the tendrils of the rubber ducky. Wait, did I just say that? I did. Yep. Reyes, feeling the draining effects of the frigid environment, struggled to summon his wolf form. The lack of mana hindered his transformation, leaving him vulnerable in the face of the encroaching malevolence. I need to get to the surface soon, he growled under his breath. I need to get to the surface soon, he growled under his breath. As the battle unfolded with the frozen water park, the true nature of the Mimic Lord and its rubber guardians emerged, testing the limits of Senna and Reyes' resilience in the chilling depths of the colossal starship.
None of you trespass shall live,
the injured rat proclaimed loudly. Reyes, still swift and agile, maneuvered around the side of the malevolent rubber ducky, deftly dodging the dark tendrils that lashed out in an attempt to ensnare him. In a decisive move, he lunged towards the wet, overgrown rat, the Mimic Lord grabbing it by the neck with a firm grip. The distorted voice of the Mimic Lord intensified, emanating frustration and surprise as Reyes, undeterred, seized control. With a swift motion, he disarmed the Mimic Lord, snatching its gun and holding it in a show of authority. The tendrils momentarily halted, recoiled as the Mimic Lord's influence wavered under Reyes' unexpected countermove. Shit, where was I? Grabbing with the neck by a firm grip. The distorted voice of the Mimic Lord intensified, emanating frustration and surprise as Reyes, undeterred, seized control. With a swift motion, he disarmed the Mimic Lord, snatching its gun and holding it in a show of authority. The tendrils momentarily halted, recoiled as the Mimic Lord's influence wavered under Reyes' unexpected countermove. Senna, taking advantage of the momentary pause, adjusted her aim with the Kai rifle, ready to unleash another burst of energy it needed. The icy chamber held its breath as the standoff unfolded between the captive Mimic Lord and the determined duo. Reyes' grip tightened of the Mimic Lord's neck, his wolf instincts guiding his movements with precision. The malevolent entity, now restrained, struggled against the force exerted by Reyes, its distorted voice reduced to a series of frustrated growls. "Stop the attack, or your friend here gets more than a little squeeze," Reyes warned, the tension in the frozen water park escalating. The rubber ducky, once a whimsical guardian, now stood as a frozen sentinel, its tendrils suspended in the air. Senna kept a vigilant eye on the surroundings, ready to respond to any unexpected developments. The chamber remained hushed, the echoes of their confrontation lingering in the frigid air as the fate of the water park rested on the outcome of this precarious standoff. The rat held up its hands, and the giant rubber ducky drifted backwards, tendrils dissipating in the air. A second later, as the soft squeak could be heard, Senna aimed at the duck with her rifle. "Don't hurt squeakers!" Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't hurt squeakers!
The rat shouted with its arms flailing up in the air. Galen, look at it. It's an entire backrooms inside a starship that's turned into a living mimic. And they call it the aristocrats.
Don't hurt squeakers!
The rat shouted with its arms flailing up in the air. Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta go take a call.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
I gotta turn my mic back on. There we go. Sorry about that, everyone. You know, if for those of you who've seen Letterkenny, you know when a friend asks you for help, you help them. So unfortunately, I had a friend who needed some help real quick, and we got them the help they needed. So here we go. Where are we at? Duckies. We're at the Duckies. Don't hurt squeakers. All right. What have you guys been saying? What are you guys? Pretty good. Weather's warmed up. Oh, that's nice. Look at you guys. This music is killer. Dude, thanks, Kaylin. I appreciate that. Let's listen again. You're muted. Okay. Raised with the energy pistol aimed at the rat, a.k.a. Mimic Lord, angrily began. We're not going to hurt anyone if we don't have to. And we're not trespassing. We're looking for a way out. And you look like you might know a thing or two. The rat sighed. I know. When I've been bested, you leave. You should follow that ladder up and turn left. Left, then right again. You'll come to another ladder. Go up, then take the staircase down to another ladder. To go up again through the Forgotten Atrium. And then down to the Whispering Library, then to your left into the Ghostly Commons, and then right one more time to the Quantum Gardens. After that, there will be a little door, and that will take you outside to the outskirts of the wall. Did you catch any of that? Senna asked. Not a fucking word, Reyes growled. I could lead you out, but you leave. No hurt squeakers. Home with you, the rat told them. Don't worry, your duck is safe so long as you're telling us the truth, Senna shouted. My name is Gnawclaw. Are you Shell? Reyes glanced over at Senna. We're human. The expression on the rat's face changed from one of fear to one of happiness. Gnawclaw is human. Gnaw is like you. Used to be like you. Warp Whisker, Scary Blade. Now ascending, Lao is the Mimic Lord. King of the Crossway, Duke of Ducks. The rat bowed. That is my friend Squeakers. May also call them Quacarius Dex, the Stellar Quacken, or formerly known as the Rubber Regent. Dear God, Stephen. I'm Reyes, and that's Senna. Now I'm going to hold on to this gun, and if I think you are leading us into a trap, I will be Reyes, King Killer, Wolf of the Crossway, Duck Slayer. Gnawclaw smiled and nodded. Don't many humans. Happy to meet not trespassers, not bugs or tongues. Happy not shells. Don't want to go back. Must never go back. Shell bad, ducks good, ducks protect. Gnawclaw reached down and picked up one of the floating ducks that was wading in the water by his feet and began petting it. This is friends. Gnaw's new friends. Reyes, sensing the sincerity in Gnaw's words, gradually lowered the gun. Yeah, we're all friends now. You, me, Senna, and all the ducks. The water park, once tinged with menace, now held the promise of an unusual alliance. Gun, rat, ducks. Quantum Gardens. Foreshadowing. There you go, you guys. That is 3/4 of Stephen Landry's The Path, a part of his Werewolf Wednesday. So if you want to read more, go check out his Patreon, which is Sasadi, Sikiadi, Sekikikidi. Anyways, it is SACCADE. Or if you go to patreon.com/Stephen Landry, you will find his epic Patreon group. Thanks so much for doing that. That made my day. Absolutely, man. I'm happy I could help. Suck, Cade. Bro, have you read the story on Suckade? Suckhead it is. Suckhead it is. Suckhead. 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 Ooh, suckhead. 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 Anyways. That was fun. I am sweating my ass off now. Still. Dude, holy shit. It's almost 11 o'clock. We've been at this for an hour and 20 minutes. Succeed. 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 Ja, die kann nicht succeed. Suck these, suck kids. Anyways, we could be at this for hours. You guys, thanks so much for coming in, hanging out. So again, The Dying Breed Enslavement paperback. I literally just got this email saying that the EPUBs are fucking done. We are done, son. I'm sorry. I think this one is on me. It was in the special thanks section, so I corrected that and uploaded. Oh, updated print files for both color and black and white production. Oh, that was nice of her. Vanessa found a typo and she fixed it for us. She is wonderful. What a great kiddo. So that's exciting. So I guess what am I going to do? I'm going to go finish getting these things updated, getting those files ready for production. And then you guys can hopefully look forward to this epic release in February. And once we're done with that, so once they release and I order my author copies, you guys are going to be getting those in the mail to the Patreon members. The EPUB files will also be available to you guys. So if you want, you can get it on Kindle. We'll put that up in the Google Drive or something, or I don't know. I don't know how I'll do it. But anyways, yeah, dude, you guys, thanks for hanging out. If there's, I'll give you guys another couple of minutes if there's anything else you guys want to talk about or hang out and do. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What is this? Oh. Did I get my first Audible payment? Holy shit. I got my first Audible payment. Damn. That's encouraging. Wow. That is encouraging. We've done 31 sales of the Dying Breed Hunters. So that is really yeah, that was unexpected for sure. And it makes me really happy. Oh, also, Tom did call me earlier this week. Kevin is coming on board. So Kevin did the voice of Marduk and in book 1. So he's coming on board to do the voice for Ephraim, who is my best friend in the world. And what's funny is he was like, all right, tell me about Ephraim. And I'm like, this. And he starts laughing. He's like, I got you, dude. I got you. So it's really fun. I'm super happy and excited that Kevin is going to get to do the voice for Ephraim and Marduk. So for those of you who have already read book 2, you know that Ephraim plays a major part in helping the main character through the development of some stuff in a very rough situation. So I am very excited for that. And then, dude, the voices of book 3, bruh. I am so excited for you guys. So, all right. Let's see. What else do we have? Have you watched Hazbin Hotel? I have not. Honestly, dude, I am so exhausted. Like I talked about earlier, the pressure and the stress from work. By the time I get home, like I kind of just sit down and like, what the fuck? I haven't really watched much TV. I haven't watched many movies recently. Honestly, I tried to watch. Here's some reviews. I watched the latest Willy Wonka. And Kaylin, I think you're going to appreciate this. That movie, I am sorry. That was complete garbage, in my opinion. There was so many great things that they could have done. And instead, it was like, nope, let's just make this thing the biggest pile of shit we can. I have no problem with the people that they cast in it. The problem was in my opinion, there was so much overacting that I just didn't enjoy it. I literally turned it off. And to me, if they had done like Johnny Depp's Demon Barber of Elm Street, I think it was, right? If they just took Willy Wonka and made it Wicked Willy or Wicked Wonka and put it into an extremely dark setting, but still had this joy of like imagine, okay, the Willy Wonka we remember as kids was this great, like, you know, wonderful world, and everything was, you know, exciting and everything else. And it really played on the greedy desires of the kids, the gluttony of the kids, all these different things. But what if you had taken it very gloomy, dark, and put it into that dark setting of Willy Wonka wanted to do something to help people that were of that setting, and the joy of chocolate was what brought them there, and that's what helped bring people out of that and into what we remember. Like, I think if they had done like this really dark Wicked Willy or Wicked Wonka or something of this grim nature, it would have had just a much better landing, but I don't know. Hell yeah, moment. Dude, that's nice. Too bad they keep most of it. Yeah, they do. $1 million. Congrats. Dude, thanks, Nick. I appreciate that, man. The free. Dude, all over. Have I ever explained the bro? Ryan, I think you know about the bro, but if I have not explained the bro and you're wondering about the bro or the brubby bro, let me know and I'll explain that to you guys. I've been told thrice this summer by strangers that I look like Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, dude, I can see that. Wonka needs to be mysterious and ominous. Gloomy dark, you mean like the actual books? Yeah, you know. Actually, I haven't read the actual books. I'm not going to lie. Who's read The Great Glass Elevator? Oh. The original book was gruesome. Yeah, let's go back to the original. Fuck, there's a reason why that writer, you know, pay homage to the author. He wanted it grimdark, make it fucking grimdark. Yeah, dude, Ephraim, I had so much fun writing Ephraim. And so many of his statements the Ephraim uses in book 2 are literally words that have come out of Ephraim's mouth, like full statements or sentences. And I'm like, that is hilarious. This needs to be in the book. We need to share this with the world. So there's that. All right, you guys, it's 11 o'clock. I could stay here and hang out with you guys for so much because honestly, like, I love this community. I love what we have built. I love the interactions with you guys. Even though I started this stream extremely exhausted, I have so much positive energy and love right now from you guys being here, hanging out and talking. I feel so much better. So thank you guys for giving me some of your positive energy, giving me your love and support. And as you guys know, like, I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you for helping with this movement, helping the community grow and support one another. And yeah, so the next person we're going to be supporting is going to be Nick Boslow, his Patreon, because Nick literally was Ryan Maxwell and Nick Boslow were two of the very first people that supported me after Gildify Con of 2022. Nick actually was a winner of one of my books, and then Nick and I kept in touch, and then Ryan and I got connected. So like, yeah, the fact that Nick now has his Patreon, he's also got his books on Royal Road, as we've talked about before. So yeah, we're going to support you, man. And I'm excited. So soon we're going to have Nick on so we can do like an author interview with him. And we're just going to keep moving. And I think after that, we'll probably bring on Kaylin as well to support him. So yeah, great times, you guys. Great times. Okay, you guys, 10 seconds left. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much. Even though I will not be doing much writing next week, we'll still plan to be here. I didn't see anyone. That would be awesome, bro. Thank you. Yeah, dude, absolutely. So I did not hear anyone respond whether 8:30 or 9:30 was better. So, you know, I guess it'll just depend on how I'm feeling that day. More than likely, I would say, I don't know. We'll probably shoot for 8:30 again. We'll probably shoot for 8:30. Because if you guys just keep showing up, man, we'll do it. But if not, you guys know how to get a hold of me. You guys have my social medias. Hit me up. Let me know. But I appreciate you guys. Oh, laugh out loud, 9:30. I mean, you guys were supposed to tell me in the chat if you prefer 9:30 or 8:30. None of you said anything. So as we're playing the video, the outro, drop it in the chat of what you guys would want. 8:30, 9:30. Don't be saying what Kayla just said. Second, first, like I second that. No, fucking type the 3 things that you want. All right. I love y'all. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to y'all next week.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies. They're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13. Working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no.